Hi everyone. In this session today we are going to discuss about the problems on nodal analysis. Last session we discussed few problems based on Kirchhoff current law, I mean nodal analysis. So in this session I would like to discuss some problems based on supernode analysis. Just like a super mesh analysis, supernode, first let me explain about what is supernode. Say, node is a common terminal for more than two branches is known as node. Junction means it is a common terminal for two branches. Next, supernode means it is a larger node which is created by two separate nodes. Those two are connected by dependent or independent voltage source. I mean, two voltage sources are directly connected by any dependent or independent voltage source is known as supernode. If any circuit consists a supernode, the analysis will be different. Let me explain how to analyze a supernode circuit. First, let me mark how many nodes in the circuit and call it as V1 node number 1 and V2 second node, and this one is the V3 third node. Okay. In this circuit there are three nodes are there. Say this V3 node number 3 is independent node, but V1 and V2 are directly connected by 10 volt voltage source. This source is known as independent voltage source. So by combining these two, V1 and V2 is known as supernode. Is known as supernode. Next, from the supernode, see, by observing this supernode, higher potential of voltage source is connected to V1 and lower potential of voltage source is connected to V2. Therefore, from the supernode, V1 minus V2 is equal to 10 volts and call it as equation 1. Because what this voltage source indicates, the potential difference between these two terminals. What are those two terminals? V1 and V2. The potential difference between these two terminals is 10 volts. But which one is the higher potential? V1 is higher potential and V2 is lower potential. That's why plus V1 minus V2 is equal to 10 volts. That is the first step from the supernode. Next step, what is supernode? By combining these two nodes, which one? V1 and V2 are directly connected by a independent voltage source. By combining these two nodes is known as supernode. Okay. Therefore, apply KCL for supernode. Apply KCL for supernode. See, V1 consists three branches, this current source, 3 ohm resistor and this voltage source. V2 consists again three branches, 1 ohm, 5 ampere, 5 ohm resistor as well as this 10 volt voltage source. By combining these two nodes is known as supernode. At a time, this supernode contains how many branches? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you are applying KCL for any supernode, so we need to consider all the branches, those branches are connected, all the branches connected to supernode. Is that clear? So first, this 2 ampere current, you know, when you are applying KCL for any node, just consider that node is a higher potential. Therefore, all the branch currents are leaving from the node. Therefore, the branch current in this branch leaving from the node. At the same time, the current source given in this branch, that is also supplying the current in same direction. That's why plus 2 ampere plus 2 ampere. Next, what is the current in this branch? So, current is flowing from V1 to V3. That's why V1 minus V3 divided by 3 plus V1 minus V3 divided by 3. Okay. So, these two are the branches connected to V1. Next, again, so V2 is connected these three branches. So, one branch is between V2 and V3. Therefore, plus current is flowing from V2 to V3. That's why V2 minus another terminal V3. So, the potential difference between 1 ohm resistor is V2 minus V3 divided by 1 ohm resistor. Okay. Next, consider the next branch. Say you are applying KCL for super node, all the branch currents are leaving from the node, but the branch current given in the circuit entering into node. That's why this is minus 5 ampere. See, this 2 ampere current also leaving from the node. It is supporting our assumption. That's why we put plus 2 ampere, and this 5 ampere current is entering into node. That's why it is minus 5 ampere. Anyhow, what is the current in the last branch? Yes, the last branch is connected between V2 and ground. Okay, so what is the potential difference across this 5 ohm resistor? V2 minus 0 divided by resistance 5. So, just write V2 divided by 5, that is equal to 0. So, this is the KCL equation for supernode. Next, just simplify this equation. First, V1, well, let me split this term, V1 by 3 minus V3 by 3 plus V2 minus V3 plus V2 by 5. See, plus 2 minus 5 minus 3. So, just shift this side, minus 3 becomes plus 3. Next, group the similar terms. First one, 1 by 3 V1. Next, V2 common factor. So, plus V2 as a common factor 1 plus 1 by 5. Next, V3 common factor. That's why minus V3 into, what is the remaining term, coefficient of V3? 1 by 3. So, already minus, so plus 1, that is equal to 3. So, minus V3 by 3, minus into minus, minus into plus, minus V3 into 1 V3, that is equal to 3. Next, just by using your calculator, simplify this equation and write the simplified equation. After simplified this equation, the simplified equation is 1 by 3 is 0.33 V1, 1 plus 1 by 5 is 1.2 V2 minus, what is 1 by 3 plus 1? 1.33 into V3, that is equal to RHS 3. So, call it as equation number 2. Equation number 2. So, the super node part is completed. Now, what is the last one? I mean, remaining node, node number 3. So, apply KCL for node 3. Apply KCL for node 3. See, this is the node number 3. How many branches connected to node 3? There are 3 branches connected to node 3. Apply KCL for this node 3. So, when you are applying KCL for node 3, just assume that node 3 is higher potential. All the branch currents leaving from node 3. Now, what is the direction of current? From V3 to V1, V3 to V2, V3 to ground. So therefore, yes, V3 minus V1, that is the potential difference across 3 ohm resistor divided by resistance 3 ohm, because this is the branch current flowing through 3 ohm resistor, plus V3 minus V2 divided by what is the resistance value? 1 ohm resistor. Then last one, what is the current through 2 ohm resistor? Potential difference across 2 ohm resistor divided by resistance, that gives what is the current through 2 ohm resistor. So plus V3 minus 0, no need to write 0, V3 divided by 2, that is equal to 0. That clear? Now just simplify this equation. First let me split this. V3 by 3 minus V1 by 3 plus V3 by 1 minus V2 by 1 plus V3 by 2, that is equal to 0. That is equal to 0. Next, just group the similar terms. First V1 by 3, so minus V1 by 3. Next minus V2 by 1, as it is. Next V3 common factor, so plus V3 into 1 by 3. 1 by 3. What is 1 by 1? 1 plus 1 by 2. That is equal to 0. Just simplify using your calculator. Just simplify this equation and write the simplified equation. Yes. Okay. After simplified this equation by using the calculator, see this is the simplified equation. So what is minus 1 by 3? 0.33 V1. What is 1 by 1? 1 V2 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 plus 1 by 2 is 1.83 into V3, that is equal to 0. And call this equation number 3. Right now, how many equations we have? 3 equations. One is from super node. Second one is the equation we obtained by applying the Kirchhoff current law for a super node. Third one is the KCL equation for node number 3. So there are 3 equations with 3 variables. So after simplified the applied KCL equation, just write it in the matrix form. So these 3 are the variable V1, V2, V3. So directly, because it is a DC circuit, directly solve these 3 simultaneous equation by using your calculator, by keeping calculator in equation mode. So directly you will get what is V1, what is V2, what is V3. Or else you can apply Cramer's rule. First find out delta, delta 1, delta 2, delta 3. Already I explained how to apply Cramer's rule and how to find out delta, delta 1, delta 2, delta 3. So finally you will get what is V2 directly. Because the question is, find the power delivered by 5 ampere current source. Where is 5 ampere current source? Here. Correct? So if you want to find out what is the power delivered by this current source, there are 3 formula to find out the power. P is equal to V into I square into R, V square by R. So easily we can use the first one, P is equal to V into I. Anyhow, I is directly given 5 ampere. Only thing we need to calculate what is voltage across this current source. Because this current source is connected between V2 and ground. V2 is the nothing but the potential difference across this 5 ohm resistor, because one end is connected to V2, another end is connected to 0. The potential difference between these two terminals is V2 minus 0. Correct? So V2 is nothing but voltage across 5 ampere current source. That's why just find out V2 by solving these 3 simultaneous equation. Next, power delivered by this 5 ampere current source, P is equal to V into I is already given 5 ampere, V is nothing but V2, because that is the voltage across that current source. So V2 into 5 ampere. What is V2? 3.706. So 3.706 into 5, 18.53 watts. Thank you. Okay, let us move on to the next problem. Say the next problem is AC circuit problem, and at the same time we have a super node also. So there are 3 nodes in this circuit. call the first node as V1, and in the question itself, the question is find the voltage Vx. So what we are writing V2, that is nothing but Vx, and let me call it as V3. Okay. So is it any super node in the circuit? Yes, because there is a AC voltage source 20 at an angle 0 volts. AC voltage source is connected in between Vx and V3. I mean V2 and V3, but V2 is nothing but Vx. By combining these two, Vx and V3 is known as supernode. Okay. Next, apply KCL for node 1. Apply KCL for node 1. Say node 1 consists 3 branches. One is J2 ampere current source, other one is J15 ohm inductance, other one is J5 ohm inductance. Apply KCL for this node. You know, when we are applying KCL for any node, all the branch currents leaving from the node, but the first branch consists a current source that is entering into node. That's why what is the sign? Minus J2 plus what is the current in the second branch? V1 divided by J15. What is the current in the third branch? Yes, V1 minus Vx, because this J5 ohm inductance is connected between V1 and Vx. That's why V1 minus Vx divided by J5. You know what is J5, right? Because that is because of AC circuit, we need to represent inductance, capacitance with a complex number, Okay, because we need to consider both magnitude as well as phase angle. Next, just simplify this equation. See how to simplify this equation. Plus V1 by J15 plus V1 minus Vx by J5, that is equal to this minus J2 shift to right hand side. So J2. Okay. Here you can see a J as a common factor. If you take a J as a common factor and multiply with RHS, so J into J square. What is J square value? Minus 1. So minus 1 into 2, minus 2. So V1 by 15 plus V1 minus Vx by 5, that is equal to minus 2. Next, take a LCM. What is the LCM of 15 and 5? So LCM 15. So 15 into 15 by 15, 1. So V1 plus 15 by 5, 3 V1 minus 3 Vx, that is equal to minus 2. Just cross multiply. V1 plus 3 V1 minus 3 Vx, that is equal to 15 into 2, 30. So minus 30. So V1 plus 3 V1, 4 V1 minus 3 Vx, that is equal to minus 30. And call it as equation number 1. Is it clear? So first we got the equation 1. Next, from the supernode, say in the beginning classes itself I mentioned there is no polarity for AC, because every half cycle the direction will get reversed. Still we can take a reference polarity. See, this arrow indicates current flowing forward direction. So current always, in any voltage source, polarity current always flows from minus to plus. That's why this is minus terminal and this one is the plus. Even if you consider in reverse direction also, no problem, because in AC you can consider any polarity, because there is no polarity for AC. For every off cycle the polarity will get reversed. Therefore, from supernode, V3 minus Vx is equal to 20 at an angle 0, and call this as equation number 2. Okay. Next, apply KCL for this super node. Okay, this super node is made up of two nodes. One is Vx, other one is V3. Apply KCL for super node. Yes, apply KCL for super node. First, Vx, this node consists two branches and V3 consists two branches. By combining these two nodes, totally how many branches are there? 4 branches are there. First, Vx minus V1 divided by J5, okay, plus, or you can write plus, see, but how it changes, Vx divided by minus J20, that minus you can write it here. Is that clear? Next branch, V3 divided by J minus J5, this minus we can write it here. Finally, this J1 ampere current source is entering into node, that's why what is the sign? Minus J1, that is equal to 0. Is that clear? Next, just simplify this applied KVL equation. How we can simplify this equation? Yes, we can take a J as a common factor, just like a previous equation, and multiply with this minus J1 shift to RHS side becomes plus J1. Therefore, what happens? Vx minus V1 by 5 minus Vx by 20 minus V3 by 5, that is equal to, this minus shift to RHS becomes J1, but already we taken a J as a common factor, right? So J into J square. What is J square? Minus 1. So this becomes minus 1. Okay. Next, take a LCM of these three terms. What is the LCM? 20. LCM is 20. So 20 divided by 5, 4. So 4 Vx minus 4 V1. So 20 by 20, 1 minus Vx minus again 20 by 5, 4 V3 is equal to minus 1. Next, 4Vx minus Vx. 4Vx minus Vx, 3Vx minus 4V1 minus 4V3 is equal to 20 into minus 1, minus 20. See, consider the last equation. How many variables are there? 2 variables, V1 and Vx. But in this problem, how many variables are there? 3 variables. So, is it possible to solve 2 equations with 3 variables? No, it is very difficult to solve 2 equations with 3 variables. That's why try to express V3 in terms of V1 or Vx. See, from the super node, we have an equation V3 minus Vx is equal to 20 at an angle 0. But what is V3? V3 is equal to 20 at an angle 0 plus Vx. See, V3 is equal to 20 at an angle 0 plus Vx. Just replace V3 by 20 at an angle 0 Vx. Therefore, you will get one equation with 2 variables. What are the variables? Vx and V1. In equation 1 also, what are the variables? Vx and V1. Easily you can solve these 2 equations and easily we can find out what is the value of Vx. So therefore, just substitute 3Vx minus 4V1 minus 4 into, what is V3? 20 at an angle 0 plus Vx. Okay, that is equal to minus 20. Okay, after simplifying this equation, you will get minus 4V1 minus Vx is equal to 60. Minus 4V1 minus Vx is equal to 60. So right now we have a 2 equation. equation number 1 and equation number 3, because we need to calculate Vx. That's why in both the equation we have a Vx with that another variable V1. Just write it in the matrix form by applying the Cramer's rule. Yes, easily we can solve these two simultaneous equations. Therefore, Vx is equal to minus 7.5 volts. Listen, voltage never be negative. If you are getting any voltage value is negative, what we are assumed that polarity is wrong. The actual polarity is opposite to our assumed direction. So therefore, the polarity is not plus to minus, it is minus to plus. Thank you. Okay. Now we can solve the another type of problem. Once again, AC circuit problem by using nodal analysis. See, here the question is find Vx, this is unknown voltage value Vx, such that, just find out this Vx such that the current through this impedance is 0. What will be the value of Vx such that the current through this impedance is 0? That is the question. Okay. So how many nodes are there in the circuit? I already mentioned there are two nodes V1 and V2. Now apply KCL for node 1. Apply KCL for node 1. Apply KCL for node 1. See, this is the voltage source. There is no polarity for AC, but even though we can consider a reference polarity, not a problem. V1 minus 30 at an angle 0. V1 minus 30 at an angle 0 divided by 5. Divided by 5. Now what is the current through this branch? V1, the another end is connected to reference point known as ground. What is the potential at this point? 0. So V1 minus 0 divided by V1 minus 0 divided by J5 plus. So what is the current in this branch? 0. In the question itself that data is given such that current through 2 plus J3 ohm is 0. When the current through this branch is 0, when V1 is equal to V2, because of equal potential, there is no potential difference. If there is no potential difference, there is no question of current flow, because the current always flows from higher potential to lower potential. So V1 is equal to V2. That's why current does not flow through this branch. So plus 0. That is equal to 0. Okay. Now just simplify this equation. Yes, V1 by 5 minus, say this value in the polar form. Okay. So this is the magnitude and this is the phase angle. In the division case, yes, we can divide magnitude by magnitude. So 30 by 5. So 30 by 5, 6 at an angle 0 plus V1 by J5, that is equal to 0. Next V1 as a common factor, 1 by 5 plus 1 by J5, that is equal to 6 at an angle 0. Take a LCM for this term. Yes, V1 can take LCM as a J5. So J plus 1 is equal to 6 at an angle 0. Next, just cross multiply this. Yes, V1 is equal to 6 at an angle 0 into J5 divided by J plus 1. Okay. By using your calculator, scientific calculator, and keeping your calculator in a complex mode, yes, you can substitute both the types of values, polar form as well as rectangular form, and try to express answer always in polar form. So by simplifying this value, you will get V1 is equal to 21.21 at an angle 45 volts. Okay, so this is about the node 1 point. Next, apply KCL for node 2. See, this is the node 2. How many branches are connected to node 2? Again 3 branches. Again the current through this branch is 0 because V1 and V2 are equal potential, and find out current through 6 ohm resistor and current through in this branch. Here there is an unknown value Vx. So we have to calculate Vx such that the current through this impedance is 0. That is the question. Now apply KCL for node 2. Apply KCL for node 2. Yes, first let me write 0 because the current through 2 plus J3 impedance is equal to 0 plus V2 divided by 6 plus V2 minus Vx divided by 4, that is equal to 0. Is that clear? Now simplify this equation. V2 by 6 plus V2 by 4 minus Vx by 4, that is equal to 0. V2 has a common factor 1 by 6 plus 1 by 4, that is equal to Vx by 4. Okay. Next, V2 into LCM. Let me write 24. So 4 plus 6, that is equal to Vx by 4. Next, V2 is equal to Vx by 4 into, cross multiply this, 24 by 10. Okay. Next, 4 6 the 24. Therefore, V2 is equal to Vx divided by 10. So 6Vx, 6 into Vx divided by 10. So we have to calculate Vx, right? So we need to calculate, in order to calculate Vx, so first we need to calculate V2. But from the diagram, the current through this branch is 0. Why? Because the potential difference between these two is equal to 0. That can be right. V1 minus V2 is equal to 0. Why current is not able to flow through this branch means because the potential difference is 0. How we can write that? V1 minus V2 is equal to 0. Therefore, V1 is equal to V2. Therefore, in place of V2, we can write, V1. Already we know what is V1. How much? 21.21 at an angle 45. Therefore, Vx is equal to 10 into V1 divided by 6. Therefore, 10 by 6 into, what is V1? 21.21 at an angle 45. So just simplify this value and you will get Vx is equal to 35.33 at an angle 45 volts. So again, by using the calculator and keeping it in complex mode, just substitute this value, you will get Vx is equal to 35.33 at an angle 45. Thank you. Let us move on to the next problem. See, what is the problem? Find voltages V1, V2, V3 and V4 using nodal analysis for the circuit shown in figure. Just see the circuit, see what are the parameters we need to calculate, that is given and also mentioned in the diagram. Say this is V1, the potential at this point is V1. Actually, this is not a node, this is junction. Still the voltage at this point is V1 and voltage at this node is V2. Voltage at this node is V4 and V3. Here the question is, find all the node voltages by using nodal analysis. Okay. First see the circuit. Say in the circuit there is one supernode. What is supernode? Any two nodes are directly connected by a dependent or independent voltage source is known as supernode. Say this 5 volt voltage source is connected between V1 and V3. By combining these two nodes V1 and V3 is known as supernode. And at the same time, one more voltage source is directly connected between V2 and ground. This voltage source is connected between node V2 and ground. We no need to consider this is a supernode, though the ground point is a node point. The higher potential is connected to V2 and lower potential is connected to 0. I mean directly we can analyze like this. See, the potential difference between these two terminals is 5 volts. Potential difference is nothing but the potential difference between these two terminals. You know the potential at this point is 0. The potential at the start terminal is V2. Then what is the potential difference? V2 minus 0 is equal to, what is the potential difference between these two terminals? 5 volts. Okay, therefore V2 is equal to 5 volts. Directly we got the value of V2 from the circuit because that voltage source is connected between V2 and ground. The ground potential is 0, the potential at another end is V2, then the potential difference is V2 minus 0. How much? What is the voltage source is connected between these two nodes? I mean these 2 points, 5 volts. Therefore, V2 is equal to 5 volts. Okay. Next, say this voltage source, 5 volt voltage source is connected between V1 and V3. Okay. This is known as supernode. Okay. From the supernode, V1 minus V3 is equal to 5 volts because higher potential is connected to V1 and lower potential is connected to V3. Therefore, the potential between these two terminals is equal to 5 volts. Then what is the potential difference? V1 minus V3 is equal to 5 volts, and call this as equation star. Okay. Now apply KCL for supernode. Apply KCL for supernode. Yes, where is the supernode here? This is the supernode. By combining V1 and V3, totally how many branches are connected to supernode? There are 1, 2, 3 branches are connected to supernode. Let me start from this point. Yes, V1 minus V2 is divided by 10. V1 minus V2 divided by 10, that is nothing but the current through this branch. Okay. Next, what is the current in this branch? So we no need to take a potential difference divided by resistance in order to calculate the current. The current value is directly given 2 ampere, and moreover that current is leaving from the node. Okay. That's why plus 2 ampere. Next, what is the current in this branch? That is V3. Potential difference across 2 ohm resistor is V3 minus 0, because one end is connected to V3, another end is connected to 0. Therefore, the potential difference across 2 ohm resistor is V3 minus 0. To find out current, according to Ohm's law, I is equal to V divided by R. That's why V3 divided by 2, that is equal to 0. Any other branch is connected to supernode. So all the branches are completed. The first branch 10 ohm resistor, the second branch 2 ampere current source, and the third branch is 2 ohm resistor. Okay. Now just simplify this applied KCL equation for supernode. How to simplify this equation? V1 by 10 minus V2 by 10 plus 2 plus V3 by 2, that is equal to 0. Okay. Next V1 by 10 minus V2 is directly known, right? How much? 5. Therefore, 5 divided by 10 plus V3 divided by 2, that is equal to plus 2. Shift to right side, minus 2. Next, what is V1 by 10? 0.1 V1. Next, what is 1 by 2 plus 0.5 V3 is equal to minus 2, minus shift to right side, plus 5 by 10. Okay. Next step is 0.1 V1 plus 0.5 V3, that is equal to, just simplify, take a LCM. Yes, 10 into 2 minus 20 plus 5 minus 15 divided by 10. Okay. After simplified this equation, yes, 0.1 V1 plus 0.5 V3, what is minus 15 by 10? Minus 1.5, and call this as equation number 1. How we obtain this equation? By applying Kirchhoff current law for supernode. At the same time, we substituted what is the value of V2, because initially we have one equation with the 3 variables. After substituting what is the value of V2, V2 is equal to 5. Yes, right now we have one equation with 2 variables, V1 and V3. Now, what is the remaining node? Yes, we already calculated V2 and we applied KCL equation for this supernode, and the one and only node remaining, that is V4. Now, apply KCL for node 4, I mean V4. Yes, apply KCL for node 4. How many branches connected to node 4? Yes, this 5 ohm resistor and 2 ampere current source and 2 ohm resistor. First, let me start with 5 ohm resistor. Yes, V4 minus V2 divided by 5. Now, 2 ampere current, that current is entering into node, that's why it is minus 2 plus. What is the current through last branch? The current through 2 ohm resistor is, by Ohm's law, I is equal to V by R. What is V? V is nothing but potential difference across 2 ohm resistor. What is the potential difference across this 2 ohm resistor? V4 minus 0. So, current is V4 divided by 2. So, plus V4 divided by 2, that is equal to 0. Okay. Now, again simplified the second KCL equation. Yes, V4 by 5 minus V2 by 5 minus 2 plus V4 by 2, that is equal to 0. Okay. So we need to calculate, so what is the value of V4, because directly we know what is the value of V2. V2 is directly given, right? How much? 5 volts. So therefore V4 by 5 minus what is V2? 5. So 5 divided by 5 minus 2 plus V4 by 2, that is equal to 0. Next, take a V4 as a common factor. V4 as a common factor. Coefficient of V4 1 by 5. Again coefficient of V4 plus 1 by 2. That is equal to minus 2. Shift to right side. 2. Again 5 by 5. 1. So plus 1. So V4 is equal to V4 into, what is the LCM? So 10 is the LCM. So numerator 2 plus 5. So that is equal to 3. Next V4 is equal to 3 into 10. 3 into 10 divided by 7. Okay, therefore V4 is equal to 4.28 volts. Okay, what is the question? Find the voltages V1, V2, V3, V4. So V2 directly given how much? 5 volts. And just now we calculated V4. So V2 and V4 are calculated. So now we need to calculate what is V1 and V3. How to calculate V1 and V3? See, equation star consists the equation with how many variables? 2 variables V1 and V3. At the same time we have one more equation, equation number 1. So that equation also with a 2 variables V1 and V3. By solving equation star and 1, because 2 equations with 2 variable V1 and V3, direct by using your calculator directly you can get a values for V1 and V3. So solve equation star and equation 1. Solve equation star and equation 1. You will get V1 as 1.67 volts and V3 minus 3.33 volts. So this is the way how we can solve V1, V2, V3 and V4 for a given circuit by using nodal analysis. Actually what particular technique we applied for this circuit in order to obtain all these value? Super node analysis. Thank you.